Good day, guys. Welcome to my channel, and I respond to the name Adenyo Yosin Emmanuel, a first year student at the Ghana Communication Technology University and from the Software Engineering Department. So, in today's video tutorial, we are going to talk about caching technique. So, to begin with, let's go through our content. Our first content on the list is Introduction to Caching. The second is Types of Caching, followed by Caching Techniques, Benefits of Caching, and the conclusion part. So let's dive more into the context. First, Introduction to Caching. When we say caching, what comes to mind? I know you may be asking many thoughts in your head. So caching simply is a technique used in storing frequent access data in a cache, which is a smaller, faster storage device. So meaning caching is used to store data in a cache. I know you've all heard about cache because it's also a type of memory storage. Yes, the goal of caching is to reduce the time it takes to access data from storing it closer to the user or application that needs it. So the goal of caching is just to reduce the time it takes to access data by the user. Please hope you understand. Yes. Okay. Yes. In the second topic, we have types of caching. There are really different types of caching or several types of caching techniques, which include context delivery network, in short term CDN caching. You also have browser caching, application caching, server caching, and many more. So with the browser caching, it stores network pages and other resources on the user's computer to speed up subsequent requests. So browser caching, let's take a scenario here. We mostly set tabs on our browser, let's say YouTube, other stuffs. So you may realize you close or shut down that tab, but the next time you open, it will ask you to either restore or you automatically see the open tabs you had the previous days. So yes, that's an example of browser caching. It stores the web pages you've already visited, pre-visited, that's before. Maybe you want to continue or edit something or just refresh yourself with something in the past. That's when you get it from that end. We also move to the server caching. Server caching stores frequent access data on the server to reduce the load on the server and improve response time. It stores frequent access data on the server. So that one deals with those bigger companies. They mostly visit or deal with these huge data. So they are the ones who mostly have these big servers. An example is the MTN Telco, Telecel, and the others. They use the servers, so you should understand. Thank you. We also move on. We have application caching. Application caching stores frequent access data in the application itself to reduce the number of requests to the database or other data storage systems. So application caching basically stores frequent access data in the application itself. So let's say you open GCB Bank, their mobile app on your phone, and let's say you went to transactions. Since you went to transactions, their system in a way has been modified to store pre-visited, like what you visited earlier on. So automatically when you open the page, you just get to see your last screen you visited before your channel. It just open up for you. Maybe there might be something you want to do, and if you don't need that, then you need to skip and go back to the home. So that's what the application caching does. Then when we move to the CDN, which is the Content Delivery Network caching, that one it stores copies of web content on servers located in multiple geographic locations. So that one you should understand it deals with web content. When we say web content, we are talking about the internet. You know, the internet contains millions of informations, data, and stuff. So this CDN comes in here. It comes in when we are dealing with the internet. And in our understanding of the time before it's being updated. So let's say I'll also use the bank as an example in here. You go to the bank each and every day, or many people drive into the bank each and every day. So let's say in this way, every transaction made is not being updated. So when the first person comes and the person is being served, his or information or the data is being kept in the system. The second comes, the third comes, and everything. So at the end of the day, at the closing time, then the data is automatically being updated. That is when they have system their connections that way. I mean, when their system is being modified that way. Yes, so that is time-based caching. It automatically updates the data for a specific time or when a specific time is due. Sure. The next we have on the list is least recently used caching. That is the LRU. It stores the most recently used data and discards the least recently used data when the cache is full. It deals with, as I earlier said, the cache is a memory storage. So with the least recently used, it talks about what you recently used. Most, to be specific, most recently used. What you've used recently, but the most out of it. That's when it's being stored in the cache, when the cache is full. So after storing the most recently used, the least recently used is being discarded. I mean, it's being deleted or something. Then we also have the random caching. Random caching stores data in a random order to ensure that the most frequent use data is stored in a cache. So random explains itself just as random, like in a shuffle way. Let's say we have 1, 2, 3, 4 to 5. They randomly pick anyone. You can pick 3 at its own discretion. That's the way it stores the data. So looking at the benefits of caching, caching can provide several benefits, including 1. Improved performance. Storing frequently accessed data in a cache, the time it takes to access data is reduced. So caching reduces the time to access data, meaning it has helped improve their performance. We also have reduced server load. Caching stores recently accessed data in a cache. The server is not required to serve as a mainly request, reducing the load on the server. So it reduces the load on the server. That's meaning the caching reduces the frequently accessed data load when we are loading from the cache or server. The last one is reduced network traffic. Storing frequently accessed data in a cache, the amount of network traffic required to access the data is reduced. Since you frequently access data in a cache, the amount of network traffic required to access the data is reduced. In conclusion, Caching is a powerful technique for improving performance and reducing server load and network traffic. There are types of caching techniques and caching strategies that can be used to optimize performance and reduce resource usage. Thank you once again, and I'm yours, Emmanuel. Thank you for joining KS, and see you next time. At the moment, I say a very big thank you to each and everyone.